You're listening to Puma Podcast.
People who express excessive aggression should be barred from taking license. They shouldn't be driving kasi cars are dangerous. Cars are literally weapons that you can use. So why would you put a car in the hands of someone who could use that to kill other people? It definitely increases anxiety. Studies have shown that the constant struggle with traffic really increases anxiety on the long term. So yun yung pinaka-impactful.
Hi, I'm Veronica Uy po ang podcast, and you're listening to Teka Teka News. Sa episode na ito, pag-uusapan natin ang road rage and what drives drivers to commit violence on another road user.
Kasalubong po kami, nagkasagian po kami ng sasakyan na Fortuner. At bumaba po kami, nag-usap ng sandali at siya po yung nagalit at pagbalik niya po, may dala na po siyang baril. Ganun lang po ang nangyari sa amin.
Yan si Herminio Taes Ong Jr., isang taxi driver sa Valenzuela. Nakaranas din siya ng road rage.
Nagmura po siya tapos yun niya po, nagkasa siya ng baril.
So hindi na kayo nagtalo na sinasabi nyo na ito yung gasgas ko, ito yung gasgas mo, dadali natin sa pulis. Walang ganon. Mainit ka agad.
Wala po.
So kaagad, nung magkaharap kayo, nag-usap lang, kinuha na yung baril, pagkatapos tinutok na sa inyo.
Ganun niya po.
Pinost ng isang Facebook user ang nangyari kay Herminio sa Valenzuela City. The incident happened on August 19, 2023 at around 1:22 a.m. The video, which was posted almost a month after the incident, showed what Herminio experienced.
Isa na namang insidente ng road rage ang nakunan pa ng video sa May Quezon City. Sa video na inilabas sa Mr. BI Vlogs sa Facebook, makikita ang biglang pagtigil ng isang pulang sasakyan sa bike lane. Kaya muntik itong tamaan ng bisikletang nakasunod dito. Maya-maya bumaba ang sakay ng kotse at saka binatukan ang siklista. Di pa nakontento, inilabas pa ng lalaki ang sukbit niyang baril at saka ito ikinasa.
Naalala niyo yung storyang yon? Most probably nakita niyo pa yung viral video. Nung natamaan ng isang siklista, yung isang kotse sa may bandang Welcome Rotonda. Yung nagmamaneho ng kotse, illegally pumasok dun sa bike lane. Yun pala yung nagmamaneho, dating pulis. At tinutukan siya ng baril during their confrontation.
Clear tayo
Opo.
na susugurin mo siya. Kaya siya nakabunot ng baril at nakapagkasa.
Normal reaction ko lang po yun,
Kaya
Your
ano
Honor.
reaction?
Kasi binatukan niya ako eh. Bumaba po ako ng bike.
Nag-retaliate.
Opo,
So,
kaso lang po ba't niya ako binatukan eh? Sabi ko, pwede naman niya ako kausapin na maayos.
That was just one of a number of high-profile road rage incidents in the past few months. We've already covered road safety on the show. You can check that out on our mobility segment para po. But for this episode, we want to answer the question, what really drives people to road rage? Siguro napansin nyo na rin yun. How even the nicest people become angry, yelling, speeding monsters when they're behind the wheel. After the Valenzuela case, Mayor Wes Gatchalian had a few reminders for motorists.
Reminder po sa lahat ng motorist hindi lang po yung mga taga Valenzuela, kundi po yung mga tagalabas na dumadaan sa Valenzuela, nagtatrabaho sa Valenzuela, o nagde-deliver ng supplies sa aming mga pabrika dito sa Valenzuela na wag po tayong mainitin ng ulo. Let's be a responsible motorist, no?
But when pressed for a reason why, even he was stumped.
I don't see the reason baka intoxicated, baka pagod, whatever it is our responsibility to follow the rules in Valenzuela of the motorists. It is the responsibility to be responsible gun owners po in the Philippines. Alam niyo po, hindi ko maiiwasan. Minsan talaga matraffic, mainit pong ulo, minsan nakainom sa madaling araw, pauwi na ho, whatever reason it might be. Ito pong example nito, lalong-lalo na kung sumuko, no? At lalong-lalo na kung makasuhan, ay talaga pong ang mga motorist natin ay magiging responsible na lalong-lalo na yung mga dumadaan dito sa Valenzuela.
We asked Dr. Arvin Boller about this. He's a psychology lecturer at the Ateneo de Manila University. And he says these theories all miss the mark because road rage can happen to any one of us. It's not some isolated incident that only happens when you lose self-control.
Yeah, actually, road rage is very well documented in psychological circles, no? Parang across the globe, it's been noted, studied, then by different psychological associations, no, where road rage has become a problem in recent years. No? So hindi lang sa Philippines siya nangyayari. But you can observe this a lot in very car-centric countries.
That means road rage is not entirely an issue of self-discipline, and maybe stopping road rage starts with changing the way we think about these cases. They're not purely moral issues, and you don't have to be drunk to commit road rage.
And of course, the most basic one is aggression. Din talaga, road rage is aggression manifested. The reason for high aggression is biological, no? Meaning genetic-ish yung inyong aggression. No? That accounts for a lot of anger issues. So it's really inherited partly. It's also chemical, biological, meaning a major part of aggression is nasa tao. So there are really just some people who are really predisposed towards being aggressive. No? And studies have shown that these same people would manifest aggression even outside of driving.
Mag-quick break lang tayo ha. When we return, we'll tell you about what causes otherwise even-tempered people to rage out when they navigate Metro Manila roads.
The thing about aggression kasi is that it's also habitual. That's why a lot of psychologists actually say na yung catharsis, venting out, is actually a bad way of managing aggression because what happens is that it becomes a habit. So in this case, if you are driving every day and then every day you manifest that aggression, that becomes habitual.
Again, that's Dr. Arvin Boller, a psychology lecturer at Ateneo.
For example, I would point towards discarte culture. The way we think of, and this is not just limited to driving, parang it's almost built in, at least in the NCR. No, I won't. But there is this constant desire to one-up others.
He is talking about the choices we make on the road and how these can lead to road rage if we are not careful.
Whether it's because of ego, na it feels good that you got it better or whatnot, but it translates to driving wherein magka-cut ka ng lanes, di ba? You would take shortcuts, cut corners quite literally, you would go through bike lanes, which leads to incidents. Because a lot of these discarte maneuvers are illegal and dangerous. For example, cutting lanes, that's very dangerous.
Of course, it's as much a culture issue as it is an individual and collective responsibility, because that discarte also points to the lack of regulation. We do these things because we know we can get away with it.
We're very impatient, and that really also translates to driving, wherein we want to get to our destination as fast as we can. Na parang, okay, I'll cut that lane and save 5 seconds of your life. So you put others in danger just for that number of what time that you can save. Parang we see that a lot, no? And that's why we also see aggressive driving.
Pero bukod pa sa kultura natin, marami ding problema pagdating sa mga sistema. Just think about how stressful it is to just be on our roads. Palaging traffic, ang daming bumubusina, lubak-lubak yung kalsada. It's just not a pleasant experience for many people these days.
It definitely increases anxiety. Studies have shown that the constant struggle with traffic really increases anxiety on the long term. So yun yung pinaka-impactful. Of course, stress would be part of that. In terms of mental health, those are the stuff that becomes more impacted. No, of course, we talked about the habituation, no, that aggression becomes habitual over time.
According to government data, the average traffic volume in Metro Manila is estimated at a staggering 3.54 million vehicles per day. 3.54 million only means that the possibility of road rage is high all the time.
You cannot relax when if you're driving in real life, because in real life you are engaging with so many different kinds of vehicles. They also found temperature, for example, is a major contributor to aggression. So the hotter it is, the more aggressive you are. So maybe that's also why we see a lot of problems in the city, because NCR is a lot more hot, no? Because the city it's a heat sink essentially. It's a cocktail of many different factors in the environment. So definitely anything that can put a person on edge is a contributor to road rage.
Understanding the psychology thus offers some solutions.
I think an important part here is also to include anger management classes in those seminars. I would argue even filter out people with anger management issues. So people who express excessive aggression should be barred from taking license. They shouldn't be driving because cars are dangerous. Cars are literally weapons that you can use. So why would you put a car in the hands of someone who could use that to kill other people?
Let me repeat the suggestion. Don't issue driver's licenses to people with anger management problems. For psychologists, this is actually a decent argument for exclusive bike lanes, bus lanes, and motorcycle lanes. It makes sense too, because more homogeneous routes equals less traffic, equals less stress, equals less road rage.
Actually, one major contributor to aggression and road rage, what they found is what we call heterogeneity of traffic. It means that if your traffic is composed of a variety of vehicles, that makes people more aggressive. So it's a combination of two wheels, bicycles, bus, trucks, diba? Even cars themselves. Heterogeneity, no, yung sobrang iba-iba, sobrang chaotic kind of road system contributes a lot to aggression because you are constantly on edge.
I want to end with this point Arvin made. Cars are dangerous, and perhaps having all that power in your hands has everything to do with the aggression you feel. Pero sabi nga sa Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. And our responsibility as drivers should be to those around us. Siklista, pedestrian, o kapwa motorista. Ito ulit si Dr. Arvin Boller ng Ateneo.
We have to present it as is. Talaga. Drivers hold so much power, they can kill people and they should be held responsible for that. It's your choice to drive aggressively. Diba? It's your choice to drive beyond the legal means or beyond what is legal. We should not call it accident. Diba? Pag may nabanggang tricycle, yung truck, that's not an accident. That's a car crash, for example.
And that was today's episode of Teka Teka News. Muli, ako si Veronica Uy. This episode was written and produced by Franco Luna, edited by Pidoy Blanco. Our Teka Teka News executive producer is Jill Caro. If you found this episode useful, share it with a friend. Help Teka Teka News reach more people and keep the show going. Salamat sa pakikinig!